So I didn't match. And a question that I've been getting a lot of was, how did I handle the emotions and the stress of everything during match week? I'm Dr. Bryce. I'm an OBGYN resident and mom of 5 in West Virginia. I did not match. 3 years ago, I got the dreaded email that said, you did not match into any positions that are eligible for the supplemental opportunity application process. And then I went through and didn't get a single interview. Therefore, I didn't get a single offer of a position. And then that was honestly like one of the toughest weeks of my life. I was embarrassed that I didn't match. I had to take some really hard look at my application, but honestly, where I really had to look at was where I messed up on rotations and on my interviews. That was really hard because there are definitely, looking back, a lot of things that I needed, that I could and should have done better. It's hard to have that self-critique. Mostly it was a lot of shame. It was a lot of embarrassment. My husband was with me when I opened it. Thank God he was, because I was just devastated. I'm not even sure that word is really enough to explain how awful it was, but I'm very lucky that I have a very, very good support system around me. I was on a rotation with attendings who I adore to this day, who bent over backwards to help me in any way that I could. I had mentors and faculty from across the country willing to help me try to figure out what I did wrong and how I could do better. And I am so eternally grateful to all of them to this day. And that is really how I got through it. I got through it with my husband, who loves me unconditionally, told me that no matter what happened, we would figure it out, that I was going to be an amazing doctor. He told me that this stumble was not the end of my journey. And I had mentors and faculty pick me up and tell me the same thing, which was really meant a lot to me. I don't cry. This week is really hard. But they just loved me through it. They told me that someday I was going to be an OBGYN. I was going to be a really good OBGYN. And to this day, that is my goal, to make them proud, is to prove them right, that I'm a really good OBGYN, and that I'm going to work really, really hard for my patients and for my mentors and my faculty to be the absolute best surgeon and OBGYN that I can be. And that is how I show up every day. Some days I fall short, but that is how I got through it, and that is how you will get through it. Just because the crazy archaic model Swiss cheese through you, who knows exactly how you fumbled, but at the end of the day, this is just a stumbling block. If you pick yourself up, you look at what you could do better, how you can improve your application. There are so many stories of those of us who took a hard look at where we messed up and how we could do better, and then matched into our preferred specialty, sometimes at our top choice programs, the next year. I have friends that did it in dermatology. I have friends that did it in general surgery, in neurosurgery, in vascular surgery, orthopedics. I can go on and on and on of friends from medical school and from my residency and TY year, of who took a hard look at what they needed to change about their application, what they could do better, how they could interview better, all of those things. And they are now where they want to be. And I also have friends and people like my husband who totally pivoted and went in a different direction. Their lives are blessed. So just because this week is awful and you've hit the stumbling block and now you've got to figure out pivoting or picking yourself up and figuring out what the next best steps are, it doesn't mean that you're not going to be a great doctor. It just means that we have a really crummy system to figure out how to get you into the training that you need in order to launch into that career. So I want you to know that you are loved and cherished, that you will be an amazing doctor. You can absolutely rise up from this and achieve those goals and those dreams. And I have faith in you, and I know that your mentors and the faculty and everyone is behind you. We will help you get to where you want to go. So if you need somebody to talk to, I've said this in other posts, please feel free to DM me. Please reach out to those support people, because that's how you're going to get through this. And I promise you, there are so many blessings from Match Week not turning out the way that you wanted it to. It's hard to see now. You may not see it right away. You may not see it for years. My husband didn't see me coming until, he'd been out of training for a while when we met. So, and that blessing, I am eternally grateful that he did not match into orthopedic surgery, because I probably never would have met him. We wouldn't have the beautiful family and the beautiful life we have. You never know what blessings are going to come from you having one of the worst weeks of your life.